Are we ready?
Fine, ready.
Welcome to the Magic of Animation, where we explore the enchanting world of Disney, from the classics we grew up with to the latest releases. We'll take a deep dive into the artistry, storytelling, the unforgettable characters, and the pure magic that makes these movies timeless. So whether you're a lifelong Disney fan or new to the magic, sit back, relax, and join us as we embark on our journey through the wonderful, magical world of animation. Hello everybody, my name is Joey, and this is the Magic of Animation. I almost forgot the title of the podcast there. And I'm joined by a Sesame's cat, Dequan.
Hello. I never thought it was sesame.
Maybe.
Like sesame seed bun?
Sure.
That was... Oh,
I thought it was Siamese.
Siamese, yeah. I'm not sure why I said Sesame's. Definitely Siamese. Whoops. Persian cat, Kevin.
Hey there.
And the Bengal cat, Mike.
What up, baby?
What the heck was that?
I started choking.
Dequan, I know you always ask me to give myself one, so I'll be a tabby cat, I guess. That's the most boring one, right?
Tabby cats aren't boring, they're lovable.
Okay.
So,
with the theming
Garfield.
of cats, maybe you have put together that we are going to be talking about the Aristacats.
yes,
but
sir.
First, we have some catching up to do because it's been a minute since we recorded. So with Pooh's 100-acre check-in, how's everybody doing? Nice.
All right. That's about it. Nothing really has happened for me. I've just been here.
Nice.
I'm right there behind you. Just been living life. That's about it. Been enjoying family time and just keeping on.
Yep. I like it.
Better. No details, but was rough, but better now. So we're all good.
We're all good. Just me, pretty much same. Just being busy. Went to the Michigan game this past weekend, though, so if I sound a little congested, it's because it was like 48 degrees and pouring rain the whole time.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so
That's a rough one.
I'm a little cold still. And then today, our smoke detectors started beeping like crazy, and it was weird because they weren't making like the smoke alarm sound. So I was looking at it, and they are apparently carbon monoxide detectors as well. So I was like, well, guess I have to call 911. So the fire department had to come out, check everything out. They said that the batteries might have been faulty or something because everything was reading 0.
And in multiple?
They're all tied together, so once one goes off, they all go off.
Okay, jeez.
Just in case you
like,
don't hear
okay.
Yeah, they're hardwired into the house, so...
Fair.
Yeah, an exciting day.
Yeah, I was gonna say if they all have their own batteries, then carbon monoxide might not be your issue. Yeah. Possessed.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Also, my hard drive finally got to a point of no return, which I thought because I bought Madden 24 and it wasn't working, so I wiped my hard drives, rebooted everything, which is why the last episode took so long to upload, and then that didn't fix the problem. My computer's just too old to run the new games. So I've been rummaging through my Funko Pops, my old game systems, to try to find $500 to buy a PS5 instead.
There you go.
And I'm at $470, so just need $30 more and I can buy it.
Heyo.
But that's been me. So with that, what's next? Let's see here. The film stats from Baymax. This one is an interesting one because the Aristacats was released by Disney Animation on December 24th, 1970. And this was the first movie produced not by Walt Disney, for obvious reasons. But he did know that this movie was happening because it was one of the last ones that he approved personally.
Yep.
Oh.
The original budget, which must have been their budget for a while, because out of the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, out of the last 6 movies, 5 of them had a $4 million budget. And it made $18 million. And there is no stats on a lifetime revenue, so it must have not been re-released or anything. Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 64, and the audience gave it a 70, so that's not very good. But we'll see what we give it when we go into Timon and Pumbaa's movie review. That was
We're the
good.
better
Segue.
reviewers anyways.
What?
So we're the better reviewers anyway.
Yeah, I think so. So the first category we're going to do is overall enjoyment. How was everyone's overall enjoyment of this movie? Dequan's been talking about this movie since we've been talking about doing this podcast, so I got to imagine he is ecstatic about it.
My overall enjoyment is at all-time high. There's no shocker there.
So I probably should have rewatched this because my first note here is it was adorable when they were playing train. No idea what that means.
That's your first note?
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, no,
That's close to like...
That's my first note on overall enjoyment.
Oh, okay. I thought it was your first note in general.
No.
Like, dang, you sat through a lot of that movie before you wrote your first note.
When were they playing train? I don't know.
It was when they were walking on the train tracks.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, that was adorable. I know why I put that now, because it was.
Just it all came back to him.
That was adorable.
Oh, that's right.
And I'll tell you what, man, I absolutely loved that song that played whenever the geese were walking.
Yeah.
I have more on that for Legacy, but that song's just amazing.
Yeah, that song, it's catchy and it's still around. It's still relevant.
Heck yeah, it is.
But see, that's the thing is nobody knows really what it's from.
I was so
like my
shocked
wife
when I heard
had that exact result or that exact reaction. She's like, I didn't know that's what this was from.
But I can't say that I enjoyed it, but I can't say that I hated it. So, as the kids would say, it's a mid of a movie.
Mid.
From
Yeah,
gathering,
we're giving our ratings as we go, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think, right? That's what we decided on because it was faster.
Yep, that's
Yeah.
what we've been doing.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say I thoroughly enjoyed it. This was a very enjoyable movie. I liked it a lot. It took a minute for me to get into it, though, I will say. The whole beginning of it, I was like, dang, there's a lot more human in this movie with cats than I would have thought.
I didn't know that.
And then as soon as it turned into a lot of cat, I was like, oh, okay, there we go.
I had never seen this movie before, so I knew nothing about it. So when there were humans, I was like, well, I guess this isn't just about cats. Okay.
Well, I've never... See, I think I've seen it, but I just don't remember anything of it. I was just thinking, like, because this movie's called Aristacats, and I'm looking, I'm like, there's a lot of humans in play here. A lot more than I would have thought.
Kevin, what were you saying?
I don't remember for sure, but I will be honest. I will come out and be honest because I'm sure I could be called out. And you know what? I'm gonna stick to my guns. Back on our first episode,
Right.
I had said that this was, in my opinion, the one of the most overrated Disney movies.
Overrated at a 64. Yep.
No, 70.
Okay, I guess by audience.
Yep. Well, because it was up there on a couple of like the lists, like the, most well-received Disney movies or most liked Disney movies, and I'm sticking to it. I'm not saying I disliked it, not saying it doesn't have its place, but I don't really see myself being like, wow, I want to watch that again.
Yeah. See, I'm not going to be able to give a grade for this one because I don't remember it enough, so I'm going to have to wait till I go through all the other categories and come back to this one. But I think I will watch this one again just because of how adorable the baby cats are. But it's not going to be one that I watch multiple more times. It will be watched more than Bambi and Snow White and all that crap.
Yeah.
Poor
That's
Bambi.
what I was thinking. Thinking back to my off the cusp, unprepared, most overrated Disney movie. I'm like, you know what? I could have gone definitely with Bambi or Dumbo because, like I said, I didn't dislike this one. It just didn't. I don't know. Didn't hit all the points for me.
And also, I don't know if my recording software is picking it up, but I'm getting a ton of Teams messages. So if you're hearing the little bloops, I apologize.
Nope, not hearing anything.
Well, I think my computer's the Streamlabs is picking it up because it's the desktop
Oh.
audio.
Just go and
Yeah, it's probably picking it up.
just go and mute the thing in the mixer.
But then it won't hear you guys.
Yeah, we
Wait.
don't want that problem again.
Yeah.
Wait, are you like in a group on Discord?
Yeah.
Just mute the Discord, not the Discord as a whole, but mute that section of Discord.
No, it's a Teams.
Yeah, it's a
Not
Teams
Discord.
group chat.
Oh.
So I can
Can
mute it in
you-
Teams, but I don't want to forget to unmute it and then miss all because I'm important
Oh, okay,
messages.
that's what you mean. Say like, I was sitting there like, you can definitely mute it, but you mean you don't want to forget to unmute it?
Yeah.
Okay, fair.
And usually they don't message very long, so hopefully it's just a short spurt. But Dequan, what do you rate the overall enjoyment of this movie?
Well, that should be no shocker. My overall enjoyment is
You cut out for me, but I'm assuming you said 10.
oh. Yeah, I said sorry. I got turned away from the mic. I said it should be no shocker, but my overall enjoyment is a 10.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm gonna
Kevin
go.
didn't like that.
I'm gonna go with hey, everybody gets their own opinion. I'm like I said, I'm not gonna dog on the movie. It's gonna get a standard down the middle 5. It was almost a
Michael.
4, but I'm giving it a 5.
Wait, why is it? Why does that say Peter Pan?
Does it? All right, I don't know what you guys. Okay, 10 and 5. Okay, I'm on top of things. Here we go. I'm a pro.
That you are. That you.
I'm gonna give it an 8.
An 8. All right. I'm for now. I'm gonna put it at a 5 as well with Kevin, and I'll come back to it if I feel I need to. Okay. So next up we have storyline / plot. I have a lot of notes for this.
I love how you're surprised at your own notes.
It's been 3 weeks since I watched it. It says Eager was a big dumber. It was a big dummy. Who's Eager? Did I mistype
No, Edgar.
something? Edgar? Okay, so I mistyped it. So Edgar was a big dummy. He would have gotten
Because you're
that
talking about the
okay,
butler, right?
I got this now. Okay. So I thought he was the biggest idiot in the world because he was in the will. He just had to wait out the cats, but he did his math so stupidly that he thought he was going to have to wait 100 years for each cat. Which even
Wait,
if
did you do
that
the
made
math?
sense, they are all alive at the same time.
Flawless.
So wouldn't it be back to back to back? But he's just the biggest idiot of all. The biggest idiot, the worst villain in Disney history.
Also, technically, I mean, because the money is going into cats and
Well,
he's
yeah.
the caretaker, on a technicality, he has control of the money to the degree.
Yeah, well, it's because the cats can't say
And
no
he
by
could
this.
And he could still live the life in the house while taking care of the cats. And it never shows that he hates the cats at all. So it was never a thing like that. It was just like, well, I want the money, but she's giving it to cats. Well, gotta get rid of the cats then.
And then
It's a stupid man's a stupid idiot.
And then it seemed like he was going to kill the old lady too, but I think I was just misreading what was happening. But I was like, the day she puts him in the will, her and all of her cats die. That's not suspicious.
Mm-hmm. That's suspicious. That's peculiar.
Man, I really hated Edgar because after the chase, that dummy didn't even check the most logical place that the cats would be when he went underwater. Yeah, maybe that's the most logical place that the basket came off his bike. But nope, he was like, I don't have the baskets anymore. I'm just going to leave.
Yeah, I don't think he really cared about making sure he got the basket back since he was already trying to lose it. He's like, well, it's gone anyway, so... the thing I can't believe is... Go on, Dino.
I was going to say, and on top of that, I think that, like, the basket was the least of his worries when he has two crazy dogs trying to maul him.
Yes.
I would forget about the basket, too, to be honest.
Plus, he was trying to get rid of it, so why would he be like, oh, wait, where's the basket? Be like, well, it's gone. Who cares? That's what I was already trying to do.
I guess.
Also, he was so concerned, he's like, oh no, my hat, my umbrella. I need to go get those back right away because there could be evidence. I'm like, the hell's gonna look and be like,
I have a note on that, too. Where
an umbrella. It must be that one guy from that one house.
I said, Edgar went out looking for his hat umbrella. Like, why would anyone go looking into the country for a catnapper? He is so dumb. And if they did go to look, I think his sidecar would have been the bigger issue.
Yeah. Yes.
I hated Edgar. I think...
Not all villains are built the same.
Right. I think if you look at all the Disney villains, maybe the one from Home on the Range, but I'm pretty sure he's trying to kill the cow, so at least he's malicious. But this dude is, I gotta say, he's the worst Disney villain so far, at least.
Not even worse in a good way. Just worse in a stupid way. Like, oh man, he's the baddest. Bad.
I really, this probably shouldn't have been in this section. It probably should have been in humor, but I really liked when O'Malley jumped on that car and was just going nuts. He was shaking his head and making it. He just looked like a wild man.
Going wild, yeah.
And then this was a bit of a plot point. There was a lot of plot holes in this movie for me. The truck driver only saw O'Malley in the rearview mirror, so if he would have just ran away, the truck driver wouldn't have known the other cats were back there.
True.
Oh.
That is, unless when he chased off O'Malley, he turned around and he saw in the back of his car, wait, there's 3 more cats.
4 more cats.
4 more, you're right.
I guess that's a good point. Mike trying to fact check me here.
Ooh.
And then I have here, I'm going to say something that may be controversial. Duchess was an irresponsible mother. If you put it in human shoes, this mother with 3 very young children went and hung out with this random bum that she trusted immediately and let her kids around him, no questions asked, went back to his place that looked like a crack house where his friends were having a party. Who knows what could have happened to those kids, because she wasn't concerned with what they were doing at all. She was just too busy with Tommy and partying.
2 things, right?
Sure.
1, when you're in dire circumstances, you're a sheltered, I'm just going to say individual, whether it be cat or human, whatever, right? You're a sheltered individual and you get thrown out here into the wilds, right? And out onto the streets like this, and you are completely out of place. You have no idea what to do. You're going to cling on to the first little bit of saving grace, even, whether it's your best judgment or not. You
Okay.
don't have much to go off.
Sure.
And
fine.
two,
You're trying
single
to be,
moms, man. Single moms be desperate sometimes.
Sure, you're
Oh,
doing.
Hey man, she
Also-
gets
It's a lot to take care of three
that man's
kids,
voice.
man.
That man came in there singing about like Thomas O'Malley, and she was like, "Wait a minute, I kind of like him."
I also got to agree with Kevin on this. I got to double down on what Kevin say. Like she's heavily sheltered, following the fact. I truthfully think she did the best thing for her kids instead of wandering around lost in the wild.
It worked
Yeah, he
out
was
for
great
her.
with the kids.
He
How
was a
many
good
times
guy.
did he save Mary's life?
Yeah, it worked out for them. He was a good guy, and his friends were good guys. But man, that could have not been good.
I mean, yeah. I mean, life's full of risks, right?
But
So, like I said, with her being a single mom and he's great with kids,
yeah, if you
know,
want to put
I mean,
that she had no
I
choice
mean,
but to trust him,
You never know. She could be the best judge of character of all
I
time.
mean, she did have a good judge of character too, because you saw a lot of her interactions where he was saying things and doing things, and she called him out several times. She knew what she was doing.
Yeah, sure. If you want to say that she needed to trust him because they needed to get back, that's all fine. But when they go back to his crack house, you keep those kids
but
with
see,
you no
here's
matter
the
what.
thing. Here's the thing. He didn't even want to go back originally. He wasn't even going back with them. He was sending them on their way. You know.
That's true. That's
So it's
true.
not like he planned on taking them to his house the whole time. It was just like, hey, we need a place to stay tonight because we're not going to make it all the way back to your place. I have this place nearby.
Yeah.
Also,
You know, like
that-
if that was his plan all along,
if
it'd be
it's-
more weird. But
if it's
originally,
needed-
he was like, look, I'm going to send you on your way. You know, you have fun.
If it's needed, sure, whatever. You just keep those kids with you. If
Hold
I
on,
was
hear me
in
out.
an unfamiliar in a situation that I had no idea what was going to happen, my son would never ever leave my side or my sight.
So, like, another thing on top of this is, once again, piggybacking up for Kevin, like, when they were at the house, or before they even got to the house, he told her in advance, I don't think these people are your cup of tea.
Exactly.
Like,
Another
he
reason that she
wasn't
shouldn't
gonna
have
bring her
left her
over there.
kids.
He wasn't going to bring her over there. And she was like, I'm interested in the music and your friends. And he was like, well, all right. And he went in first before anybody else went in.
I'm
He
not
wasn't supposed
attacking
to.
Thomas O'Malley. I'm attacking Duchess.
I know you're not attacking Tom. I'm just saying, like, he laid the pavement out for her and let her know, and she, distinctively chose, the course of action.
Exactly. Bad.
I don't think there are bad decisions.
Well,
Like Mike
because
said,
they
she's
worked
a good
out.
judge of character.
Because they worked out. If they hadn't worked out, we would be talking about something completely different, like how Disney failed in the 70s because they had a a horrific animated movie.
The only thing that she had a bad judge of character on, the only bad mom thing she did was Trush Edgar. That was the only bad thing.
Well,
Especially
he had
when her
been
son
nothing
told
but
her-
good to her whole life.
Her son, her pride and joy was like, hey,
Well,
Be bad people.
That's a problem. A lot of people don't believe their kids when they say things. Gotta
see,
trust
that
your
was
kids.
a bad mom thing. Right
Also,
there.
the other two also said that they're like, that's not true. So the other two kids also disagreed with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were butts though. Those two were always butts.
Yeah, I don't know why. I was like the whole time, why is the daughter such a hater? Why is the son such a brat? Why is the only good one the one who basically looks like Thomas O'Malley?
You gotta think that they're probably
Toulouse?
pretty young. They're kittens still, so they gotta be under a year old. So
Hey man, the other one was
Toddlers.
cool. Cool AF.
some toddlers are very well behaved.
Like I said, she's a permanent hater, and he is a bona fide brat.
But as a storyline in a whole, not in a hole. That was weird.
Why are we putting it in a hole though?
What is this? The story is Edgar wants to get money,
He's
so
trying
he
to be
tries
like
to get
Edgar.
rid of these cats, but he fails, and then the cats are trying to get home. They meet this street thug. He's not a thug. I don't know why I called him that. That's pretty mean. Sorry,
Wow.
T.O. Mal.
Oh my gosh.
And they get home, I guess. Am I missing anything?
You're missing the fact that they get home, and he tries to do it all over again,
yeah.
and then he gets jumped by a bunch of animals,
Oh yeah.
and then he gets shipped
A bunch
away.
of animals.
He's
Oh,
jumped
good
by a bunch
stuff.
of cats, a horse, and a mouse.
And dogs, right? No.
The dogs?
No, I was
they
thinking,
weren't there at the end.
No, I was thinking something. I was thinking the mouse. I was thinking it was a cat that went to go find dogs, but it was a mouse that went to find cats.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's exactly it.
Yeah. So Dequan, what would you give this storyline out of 10?
So, storyline out of 10, I give it a 7. It was good, but it skipped some beats and missed some beats, but I did enjoy it for what it was.
Yeah. Kevin?
I'm gonna go with a 4.
Yeah. Mike?
I'm gonna give it a 6.
And
It's not terrible, but it just feels weird.
Yeah. I'm going to go the same as Kevin, 4. It's an alright story, but there's just too many plot holes for me. So when it comes to characters, I think they've been doing a pretty good job with character designs. I don't think it's been a minute since I've had a problem with character designs.
Yeah.
No, sorry. I did not really like how Thomas O'Malley looked. He didn't really look like a domesticated cat. He kind of looked like
chunky.
he had like the build of like a mountain lion or something.
Oh,
Small.
Okay, if you're gonna insult him, at least use his full name. All right, it's Abraham DeLacy, Giuseppe Casey, Thomas O'Malley.
I'm
all
not
right,
gonna
Thank you.
remember that. Was that said in the movie?
Oh yeah.
That
Did you not listen to the song?
introduction song?
Bro, he watched the movie like 2 weeks ago.
3 weeks ago.
3 weeks ago.
There was a whole song about his
Until you
name.
just said something, I didn't even remember that he had a song.
Oh wow.
But Duchess and the kittens, like, perfect designs. And for some reason, I
Real quick.
really liked the attorney on how he looked.
Real quick, just to go back to the Thomas thing.
Yeah.
Abraham,
Abraham,
before
apparently.
going on. Yeah.
Abraham DeLacy, Giuseppe Casey, Thomas O'Malley.
I kind of felt like, I don't know, some points I was like, he looks fine, and then other point, like when he first showed up, I'm like, why does he kind of look creepy? Like his face looks creepy to me. And then other times I'm like, okay, it looks fine, and then like it was just weird on and off where his face just looked kind of off, kind of creepy, and then it would be fine again, and I didn't understand what the hell was happening.
Bro was built like Bagheera, like
Yeah.
for real.
Yeah, he looked like
Actually-
a wild cat, not a domesticated cat.
Actually,
With his bone
yes,
structure.
maybe
No.
that's what bothered me because
It bothered me.
it seemed like
Tell you
his
what.
body was like a normal cat, but then his face was not.
No wonder why the freaking driver was freaking out like that. I would too. That's a big cat, bro. Like,
Chunky.
chunky boy.
But like I said, the attorney, I really liked his design, but I definitely wouldn't want him being my attorney.
Why not?
That dude couldn't see anything and was whacked out of his mind.
I mean, he wrote the will just fine.
And then when he busted out his glasses, I loved my guy's glasses. Those were sweet.
Not gonna lie, the entire time I was watching the movie, I'm like, I feel like Joey's gonna love this character because of his wacky antics.
You want to know something funny? I just thought about, and maybe I'm jumping the gun on this. Why does he kind of look like the guy who fixes Woody up?
Yeah.
You know, like that little short animation or whatever it is, where it's the guy painting Woody, cleaning him up.
So I was thinking about that Pixar short of where they're playing chess. And that
Yep.
guy cleaning up Woody. So
Yeah. What if that's the same guy?
maybe it is.
Boom.
See, I would trust that guy. He knows what he's doing. He wrote the will just fine. There's no reason not to trust him.
I guess. I liked that rat though. He had a good
I
personality.
think Oh, I thought you were going to mention about the voice.
Is he a rat or a mouse?
Oh, who knows? Probably someone knows.
Some
That
kind of
was Sterling Holloway, right? The mouse.
Yeah.
Yeah, mouse. Yeah. I
Mr.
feel like just
Winnie the
rats
Pooh
like
himself.
an insult. It's a downgrade.
Remy's
Is
a
it really a
rat.
downgrade? Because rats are better than mice.
I don't know about
They're
that.
smarter, they're stronger, they're bigger.
They are bigger.
Yeah, but they more so have a negative condensation
They sure
toward
do.
rats.
Mice.
I mean,
I have
Master
a rat
Splinter.
problem, not I have a mouse problem.
Master Splinter, Remy. That's about it, though. Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah, we don't like the Chuck.
He's a mouse. though.
Yeah,
I
no
don't
one
think
likes
he's a rat.
Charles Entertainment Cheese.
Charles Entertainment. One of my
That's his
all-time-
that's his full legal name.
One of my all-time favorite memes was like a screenshot of like a Discord chat or something. Not a Discord, Reddit chat or something. Sorry. And it said one of the greatest tricks the devil ever pulled was getting me banned from an all-you-can-eat pizza buffet. And then someone commented and said, "What'd you do?" And he said, "I touched the rat."
You all right there?
No, I'm gonna go get some water. You guys conversate.
I need that explained.
Bro was dying on the podcast.
He left us hanging.
I need to know what that means. What does that
That's
mean?
what I'm saying.
Oh,
He left mid-explanation. Oh no. Oh
Look, I'm just
goodness.
saying, outside of Mickey Mouse, there ain't really a lot of good mice out there. None that give him a good standing point.
No,
what's
there's
on,
a
what's
lot
on your
of
desk?
guys.
Hey, Mike, what's
I
on your
think
desk
so.
right now?
What's on my desk right now?
Yeah, I hope it ain't a rat.
It's a big old rat.
Yeah.
It's because it can't be a mouse. It can't be a mouse because it's bigger than that.
It's a mouse, right?
No, it's a rat.
On
'Cause it's
every
big.
desk in America.
I'm back.
It's a big rat.
Even across the world, not just America. I'm gonna just envelop the world in this one. It's a mouse and
Well,
keyboard,
not-
not a rat and
mine.
keyboard.
That's
mine's a
true.
rat and a keyboard because mine's a big old boy.
That's just a
I don't
chunky
use them
mouse.
little ones. Nah, chunky mouse is just a rat.
No,
Changed my
bro.
mind.
So, back to my meme. It says the greatest trick the devil ever pulled was getting me banned from an all-you-can-eat pizza buffet. And then someone commented and said, "What did you do?" And then the person said, "I touched the rat." And then the person said, "What rat?" And then the original person said, "Chunky cheese." I love it so much.
I hate it here. I hate it here.
Uh,
Oh no.
But moving on, as I've already said, Edgar might be the absolute worst Disney villain of all time. I like
Really?
those two
Was he a
dogs.
villain or an opportunist?
He was opportunist big
He's a
time.
villain. Dude sucks.
See, I really say he's opportunist because he didn't mean the cats any like serious harm. He was just trying to remove them from the premise.
He was a villain. You're gonna get rid of cats so that you can get money. Doesn't make you a good guy.
And that's true.
so okay, so to the movie standards in this film, he is technically the villain
Yes.
because he's the opposing force. But in an overall standing of Disney villains, he ain't no villain.
That's
I mean,
what
this
I'm
man
saying.
is a chump. This man
He's
is
a
at
two-bit
best a
criminal.
minion, a goon. That's the best he is.
Exactly. I mean, the supporting villains in 101 Dalmatians were better villains than this
Oh,
guy.
they were actual villains for
100%.
sure.
I
what I'm
hate them. I hate them. Hate them.
I like those two dogs though. They were dumb and
Oh my
They were
God.
the best.
They were amazing. I'm not gonna. I don't
Can I-
remember them until watching. I'm like, I remember the movie. I didn't remember them, but I'm like, I'm so glad I didn't remember them because it's made it twice as more enjoyable for me.
right.
Can I say I was sad that he wasn't voiced by the one from Lady and the Tramp? Like the dog looked exactly the same.
Trusty.
Oh, and his voice was
What was his
different. I
name
was
again?
like, Trusty.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I wasn't trying to insult man's again.
By calling him what, Rusty?
Yeah, I really thought that was his name.
Either way, I was just like, dang, it's not voiced by the same guy. But it was
What if
still
they're
good.
related?
They're still good characters.
Thomas O'Malley had that riz, as the kids would say.
I mean, my
We
man
gotta-
just
we gotta
had to
stay
come
hip,
in
alright?
strolling. My man came in strolling along, just singing his tune with his like nice deep voice, and she was immediately smitten by this man. She was like, "I trust him with my life."
And then my next note here, Mike, as you were saying, I said the rat was Sterling Holloway, and Tommy was Blue, I think.
Wait.
Which one was Tommy?
Thomas O'Malley.
Oh, Tommy. Yeah.
Oh,
I was like, hold on.
I was
What?
waiting for somebody else to catch that.
yeah. I was like, is that him? And then
I
there
don't
was
know.
someone when he was
Maybe.
like, "Hey there," I was like, "Oh yeah, that's definitely Blue."
I think it was. But I didn't like...
I'm pretty positive it was.
I
I was
definitely-
confused. I didn't know at first. I had to wait, and then when he looked at the kid, he's like, "Hey there, little guy." I was like, "Oh yeah, that's Blue. That's
I
exactly
didn't
Blue."
like his voice for Thomas O'Malley, though. I don't think it fit. That's just me. I'm sure I'm the only one here that thinks that.
I mean, I don't know. It was good to have a legendary voice actor
Yeah.
to help this film out.
The geese were
I
great.
think him having a smooth voice like that sounds friendly and welcoming fits perfect towards what his character's supposed to be.
Sure.
Because Thomas
Yeah.
O'Malley isn't a bad character in general.
Yeah. And I mean, they needed somebody, so Louis Armstrong was supposed to be the voice actor for Scat Cat.
I love that.
Isn't that twice he was supposed to be a voice for
Yeah,
someone?
he was supposed to be King Louis.
Yeah. And he was unable at the time. He got sick around the time of recording.
Dang. That sucks.
Yeah. So,
Bad timing.
I feel like having the legendary voice, in this cast helped out to an extent.
Yeah. I really liked the geese. And then, even though I said that I liked the dogs, that second scene with them was too much. The first scene was perfect. Coming back
Oh,
to
the
them
sleeping
was a mistake.
scene?
Yep.
Oh, I love the
Yeah.
sleeping scene though.
I thought it was too much to come back to him. So, Dequan, what would you give characters out of 10? I'm very curious.
I mean, I'll be honest with you, that's also a 10 for me.
Wow.
I loved all the characters, especially the geese were very, very enjoyable.
The geese were great.
See, I didn't know how to feel about the geese. I'm gonna be real. I was like, I kind of like them a lot. I definitely like them once they go and meet their uncle. Like the whole time it's just kind of friendly. But I didn't like how the second it was like, yeah, Thomas O'Malley isn't their father. They immediately started shunning this man. I was like, what is wrong with you?
'Cause
You
they
turned
recognized
so
how bad
quickly.
how weird that situation was.
You see,
Oh man, a guy trying to do good by a mother and children to get him back home.
Hey.
Dang,
look, in their
slander
defense,
this man.
in their defense, they were nice to him before that as well, though. They were technically gonna let him drown, but they were still nice to him, though.
They weren't going to let him drown. They were trying to teach him. He just wasn't any good at it.
Well, he tried telling them, "I'm trying to get to shore," and they're like, "Oh no, it's okay. We'll just help you swim." He's like, "No, don't do this," and they're like, "Ah, we're gonna do it anyways."
They were just...
Help
Nice
him.
like that.
I don't think when you're like, "All right, I want to teach you how to swim," you just let them keep sinking down to the bottom. Like, you'll get it.
I mean,
Eventually.
when you think about it, they do say the best way to teach somebody how to swim is just to throw them in there.
Some people say that.
That's also how you can create trauma.
That's also the best way to kill somebody.
Trauma makes you stronger. We're natural born swimmers at birth.
Yeah, at birth.
Yeah, but I don't think cats are.
No one ever tried.
or none of them ever lived to tell the tale.
Kevin, what would you give it?
Characters. I'm gonna give characters a 6.
Respectable. Mike.
I'm gonna give him an 8.
I think I'll give it an A7. I think that's fair. Visuals and animation. Just gonna say, I absolutely hated the animation of this movie. I thought it was way too sloppy.
It was really similar to Jungle Book.
I think the Jungle Book's backgrounds were better, though.
I actually think it was very similar to
Book.
101 Dalmatians.
I was thinking the same thing, Mike.
No, 101.
You thought it was similar to 101?
101.
Yeah,
had
it
too
seemed.
much of an
It could
artsy
just be
style.
because
This
of the
one
more
didn't.
modern city backgrounds and things like that. But like the
Probably.
pencil line art around the characters and the way it has like that sketch style to it, it stands out to me more in the city area than it did the jungle area, which gives me more of the vibe of 101.
I get that. Like, Joey, like you were saying, the backdrop of Jungle Book was better. And I agree because there was just more to backdrop, you know? There was more fun to be had. There was more focus on it to an extent.
Makes sense.
Because I feel like they did a better job of setting the scene there and building the world. You know, there wasn't really memorable places in Aristacats. You know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. With
Also, funny enough, I thought the one scene, you know, when he first goes out to the countryside, I swear that scene was from 101 Dalmatians. Not with him in it, but that whole backdrop.
Yeah, the
whole
countryside
background area.
looked very familiar. But I did like the scene when Thomas O'Malley was singing along the river in like the morning when the sun was like shining down and those reflecting off the water and all the wavy grass was there. That was a very good scene. But
Isn't that when he first comes in?
Yeah, yeah.
That's where he's singing about his
immediately,
name.
Yeah. Well, maybe I was making that note, and that's why I wasn't listening to his song.
That's why you didn't get to hear the full legal name that I cannot pronounce.
Abraham. Honest Abe.
Okay, well, what comes after that?
I don't freaking know, man. Ask Kevin.
What? How do you do this? How can you forget such a name?
Partially because there's very little care for me to remember it.
You have to remember, again, Kevin, 3 weeks ago.
That's true. But still, you cannot forget Abraham DeLacy,
I sure can.
Giuseppe Casey, Thomas O'Malley.
I sure can. I promise
Kind of
you.
a
See, I'm just
swaggy
gonna
name.
tell you, I can remember the beat to it. I'm not gonna remember the name because it is a mouthful, and I am too stupid for that.
Oh, Mike, you sell yourself.
I'd
so
say
short.
Abraham Belacy, and they'd be like, "Who?" I'd be like, I'm trying.
Like said Balenciaga.
There's a song.
Abraham Balenciaga, Lincoln, Giuseppe, Thomas
Yeah,
O'Malley.
That is
The
literally
attic.
all I have for animation, though. So, I
I will
didn't
say
like it.
something kind of funny, and it's not really like technical. I just whenever there was like the close-ups on actually I forgot the guy's name now. What was the butler's name? Oh, it doesn't matter. Whenever they did close-ups on him and his hair with the sketching style, I don't know why it always made his hair look dirty.
Who
Like
we
his
talking
like
about?
he just looked dirty. I don't know why.
Who we talking about?
But who looked dirty?
The butler.
Edgar.
I can't remember his name. Edgar.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes,
Whenever
yes.
they do like close-ups to his face, and I'm just seeing his hair in the pencil sketch style, as I call it, I was like, his hair just looks dirty. I see it in other people, and I'm like, they look fine, but for some reason he just looks dirty.
Maybe
It's
that was
nothing technical,
intentional.
just something funny. Yeah, because he's a dirty person who's a money grubber.
Yeah, Edgar.
That was all I had.
Ekron, what would you give animation?
I would give animation a A 7 because I like it a lot, but I agree with you and Kevin on the background thing. Granted, the Jungle Book background didn't really stand out that much to me, but at least I can remember it. While this one just didn't seem like it existed because I'd never really noticed it.
Mm.
But everything else I loved.
Kevin.
I'm gonna go with a 6 on this.
Mike.
I'm stuck between a 7 and an 8, but I think I'm going to give it an 8 because I do like the art style, but it's kind of like at this point again because it looks so similar to 101 Dalmatians. It's hard to say how distinctive it truly is from it.
Yeah.
So I'll just leave it at an 8.
I'm giving it a big fat 3.
Ooh.
That's not a big fat 3. That's a little 3. That's a low number.
Yeah, you gotta increase the size of that 3, brother.
Oh, good point.
make it bold and italic.
Yes.
It's not. It doesn't deserve a talent.
Oh, look at it. It's so thick now.
So music and soundtrack. I enjoyed the opening tune, the little catchy opening tune. I really liked the black cat playing the piano and the singing on the other end. Was not great.
Which one?
When the kids are playing when Marie starts
Oh, you're
singing.
talking about in the beginning?
Yeah, when Marie starts singing, bleh, no good.
Oh, about their Beethoven?
Sure.
Need to do their a cappella. What they call
awful. It was good up until they all started singing.
Unironically, I thought I would not like that song, but I actually ended up liking the song. The only thing that threw me off was I thought it was Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Ti, Do, but they said it drastically different, and I was like, huh?
Do, ro, mi, ma, fa, sol.
The Thomas O'Malley
I don't
song was meh. The Geese Walk song was great.
How dare you?
Everybody Wants to Be a Cat was okay until the kids start singing, but then it saved at the end when they went way too hard and they saved that song. They crushed it at the end.
When they're falling through the house.
Yeah.
I mean, there's one part of that song I do not like, and I just cannot believe they did that.
What's that?
When the one cat pulled out the chopsticks and words that they chose to have that cat say, I was like,
that felt very personal.
Crap.
Yeah, not great.
Like, it wasn't even going with anything. It was just purely saying some... What the heck?
So this note I put here because it happens right after that song, but it wasn't supposed to be in this category. It was probably supposed to be in storyline / plot, but I have what the hell was Tommy saying that he could be those kids' father after one day. Huge red flag, buddy boy. Needless
Hey, she
to
was
say,
okay with it. Like,
I
you
don't
say
like
that's a red
Thomas.
flag. I say,
What the heck
that's
is
actually a
Paul?
sign of a good man. He's caring, he's kind, he's willing to be a father for them.
Listen, man, cats live a different life, all right?
Sure.
Their lives are so much shorter than ours.
Yeah.
One day to us is like a month to them.
It's been a proven fact that not a lot of animals have they don't know time also well. So like Kevin said, you can leave out the house today and go to the store and come back. Your cat or dog will think that you left like a good 40 years.
Also, a lot of pets are much better judges of character than people. Not all the time, but generally they are much better judges of character. I've been led to believe. And you know, like I say, a pet is only a part of your life, but you are your pet's world.
Messed that quote up a little bit, but I got what you're saying.
I'm not the smartest. The only times I gotta tell you, man. You just gotta roll with me
We
a
got
little
the
bit
gist
here.
of it. We got the gist of it. It's alright.
I'm doing my best. I went off memory.
So I'm going to try to hurry you guys up a little bit because we are kind of running out of time here and we have a lot of stuff left. So let's give our
Music
ratings.
Scores.
Yeah, Dequan.
I'm gonna give it a 9.
9.
Wow.
This guy's shocked at every single one of your scores.
I'm impressed. I'm impressed. You know, I liked the songs in this one. You know, scales and arpeggios, that one got me. It's catchy, and yeah. And then Thomas's song, I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna go with a 7.
Nice. How about you, Mike?
I'm gonna go with an 8.
So I don't want to give it too low because I do like Everybody Wants to Be a Cat and then the Goose song, so I'm going to give it a 5 just to try to be fair to it. But I really want to give it like a 2 or a 3.
Go with your gut.
Okay, I'll split the difference and I'll go 4. So humor, I have quite a lot, so I'm just gonna breeze through some of these. The rat said, "I happen to have a cracker with me," like he didn't come out there planning on eating.
Leave my
I
boy
just so
alone.
happen to have this cracker with me. Who would have thought?
To double on yours real quick, Joey. I love how like he's like, hold on, I'll be right back. Like, bro, nobody told you can do another cracker. What are you doing? Like, make yourself comfortable.
And usually this kind of stuff wouldn't pop me, but when the dogs were chasing the motorcycle and they went under the bridge and then started going in circles in the arch of the bridge, I loved it. It was so wacky.
Yeah, that whole scene was great.
This movie and watching that scene, the whole chase scene, made me realize that this movie was relying on slapstick and physical humor.
I was just about to say that. I think that's one of my other reasons why I love this movie so much is because I love old school cartoons that have a lot of slapstick humor.
Yeah.
And this was like one of the first Disney movies, if not the first Disney movie that fully embraced being more cartoon than, you know, I guess realism in a way.
Right.
Realism
I get what you're
fantasy.
saying.
Yeah. So I think that's another reason why I really liked it.
I really loved that the mouse had a jacket and a hat, even though none of the other animals were. Well, maybe the cats in the crack house were wearing some clothes, but he, at that point, was the only one with clothes. And going back to when Mr. Tommy attacked that car, when he was hanging upside down in the windshield with his crazy eyes screeching, that I legitimately laughed. When Marie was saved from the water, I don't know how to pronounce that other cat's name. I think the orange one.
Toulouse?
Yeah. He was like, "What'd you have to fall off the bridge for?"
Yeah, that was mad toxic. that was mad toxic. I'm not gonna lie.
We already talked about this, but the geese thinking Tommy was doing good in the water. They were encouraging him so much. When Tommy got that look on his face when the geese put everyone in position, like when they put him in formation to walk, he was like, "What in the world is wrong with these guys?"
The funny thing is, they didn't have to truthfully walk like the geese. Like, they weren't looking behind them. Y'all could have just walked normally.
Win in Rome, man.
Yeah, that guy that was drinking wine saw the mouse chasing the cats and was like, "Oh, maybe I should reconsider things." It was a really funny nod that I don't know if you guys noticed, but the trunk that Edgar was put in at the end said "shipped to Timbuktu."
Mm-hmm.
So that's cool. That's a good little nod. And I absolutely love that they stopped fighting to let the rat hear the lock.
Which is crazy to think about. Which means Edgar can understand animals,
right?
like,
he's sitting there, he can't hear the lock, so he yells at everyone, and Edgar, including, they all just stop. It's good stuff. So that was me running through my funny moments. So you guys got any funny moments that I didn't mention?
No, you did a pretty good job.
Yeah.
I think that you nailed them. I'm trying to think of one that you didn't nail, but I think I guess the last moment that I find funny was the little consistent bit that the two dogs had, where he was always saying, "I'm the leader," and I say "win," and then he would just 2 seconds later he'd be like, "Win." I'm like, you know what? I got a chuckle out of me.
So
well, I mean, it's not really a funny moment exactly, but it kind of makes me laugh because it's back with when the mouse yells quiet.
Yeah.
And I just was thinking, so when the cats are, practicing their armaggio or whatever it is, what the hell is everyone else hearing in that house? Just, the cat is playing the piano very well, and then just hearing a bunch of meows, just row, 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 as they're playing a piano, very well. I'm like, huh.
I'll tell you what, though, if I had a cat and a piano, and if the piano was being played and the cat was meowing with it, that would be pretty funny to me.
I would do as most animal keepers do. Take my phone out and upload it to social media.
World star.
So, Dequan, what would you give the humor of this movie?
Usually Disney movies don't hit me so well on humor.
But you give Jungle Book a 9.
But yeah, I was gonna say I'll give this a 9 as well.
Kevin didn't like that one.
I just laughed. What? You think I'm hating on him? I respect his answers.
You've said something every single time he gave a high number.
I laughed because you called it. You were like, "What? You're gonna give us something crazy like a 9?"
What do you give it, Kevin?
All right, so I'm gonna go with a 6. It was funny. It wasn't too funny. It was good.
Mike?
I'm probably gonna give it a 6 too.
Yeah, interesting. So I think it's funnier than Jungle Book in my opinion, so I'm gonna give it an 8.
I was not expecting that.
Yeah.
I thought that you would have them as the same or it's slightly lower.
Maybe it's just a change of pace that we finally got a different style of humor, and I just liked it.
Fair.
I don't know. Emotional impact, there was absolutely nothing for me, so you guys can take this away if you have anything.
But what about world building?
Can
we change it?
Yep, sorry. World building. I got no notes on that either, so same
No.
story.
I'll be honest, for world building, it wasn't a lot of world. It was just it just wasn't a lot of world, I'll be honest. I'll give world building like a 5.
Yeah, I'm right there with you.
Yeah, we had 4, maybe 5
locales,
locations,
and they weren't really the only one that was really vibrant was the house,
Yep.
and then as Joey calls it, the crack house.
Oh, the crack house.
Yeah.
It's not that bad. The house was fine.
I agree, but I'm going up with Joey.
It was in such poor state that them partying sent them crashing to the ground floor.
Okay, you would get a bunch of cats that jump on a piano repeatedly.
Who left
As
that
they're
piano
playing
in that
it.
house for them to even play?
Hey, pianos were cheaper back then.
Pianos are hard to move then and now.
True.
Yeah, you got a good point. They say,
The
we're
guy
not
I used to
moving
work
this.
with owns a building in downtown Romeo, and he bought the building, and when he bought it, there was a piano in the upstairs, and he said, "Are you guys taking this?" And I said, "Absolutely not." I said, "Congratulations, you have a piano."
The lore is real.
So, Mike, what would you give the world building?
I'll give it a 5 too.
Nice,
I'll be on
clean
par.
sweep. Look at that. So back to emotion, like I said,
Wait,
got
what did I
nothing.
give world building?
You gave it a 5.
Oh.
Did you not?
Oh,
I didn't think I answered.
Oh, maybe you didn't.
I don't think he answered with score, but he answered with like he explained his piece on the world building, but he never gave a score.
All right.
I heard him say 4 and 4 or 5, and then I saw
Okay,
Joey
so-
just hit 5, and I'm like, oh, I guess that was the
So
score.
Well, you
heard
know what?
4
We're
and
just
5. Kevin
we're
didn't hear
gonna have to
anything.
listen back to it and find out if I actually gave a score or not.
That's
I mean, I'll
fair.
go with whatever was given to me. I mean, it's semi-accurate, but okay.
Is 5 your answer?
I just
or do you
heard
wanna-
Kevin say 4.
Sure,
I didn't,
no, it's good.
I didn't think it was I didn't know if it was a score until Joey typed it in. I heard Kevin say 4 or 5 talking about something, and I saw Joey type in 5, and I'm like,
Yeah,
I guess
yeah.
that's the score.
I'm going with 4. I'm going against the grain. I was leaning more toward a 4. I'm curious where the 5 came from.
I don't know. maybe I'm just glossing through what you guys are saying.
I don't think it deserves quite a 5. It was we'll go with 4.
All right. So emotional impact, big old 0 for me.
Ooh.
What?
What is there emotional about it? I don't.
So
care.
you found it funny. You found it very funny, but it didn't affect your
That's what I
emotions.
was about to say.
Yeah, humor has its own category. I can't give emotion props because it was funny. Humor is for
You
that.
gotta grade all the emotion you felt through the movie.
Exactly.
Bring
So
that
just
down.
because
Humor
it made
has
you
its own
laugh, but that
category.
laughter didn't make you feel happy.
If humor has its own category, it's its own thing.
See, I'm just like, I was actually kind of sad when, what was it? Thomas was saying, like, he wants to be a father for them. But, she's like, we have to go back to the lady because she's not like what you think, and we know her. I was actually like, dang, that's actually kind of makes me sad. But then I rethought about it. Like, wait, why don't you just go live with them? What the hell? What? You could just go live with them. But no, that actually made me kind of sad. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't know. If you guys want to say that I felt joy watching it, sure. So I'll give it a 2.
No, that's fair.
Equan, what's your score?
For humor, obviously I felt a lot of joy. Not humor, sorry. Like for emotion, I felt a lot of joy and whatnot.
Yeah.
But for more of the more emotionally sad aspect, I didn't feel a lot of that. So I think the biggest thing that got me was because there's this thing where humans are really connected to their pets. They can kind of one feel what they're feeling, or at least react to something that possibly happened to them. And when she woke up in the middle of the night and had a nightmare about them in trouble, that kind of got me when she went to the bed. I was like, damn, that is, whew. But it wasn't enough, so I'll give it a 6 going off of humor, and then that.
Fair enough.
What was that noise?
I didn't say anything. I didn't react to his score. Emotional impact.
From reactions, so he had to make his own.
All I heard was like, what's that?
Talking about the weird snarking noise.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like,
that was Denali. I'm playing with him right now.
Oh.
oh, okay.
Emotional impact. I'm going with a 5.
Nice. Mike.
I'm gonna give it a 7.
What's next? We got message/theme. I didn't
Oh,
look it up to
God.
save you guys
Oh,
from that.
no. I kind of want to know though.
Okay, let's look it up.
I'm very curious.
Okay, it has to be
Save
better
us
than
or save
whatever
yourself.
I'm
Hold on.
thinking.
Message of the Aristacats.
You said save us or save yourself from us?
Well, I mean, I started looking it up to save me from you guys, but then you guys hated what I was coming up with. So, the Aristacats, in Aristacats, a cat is slated.
Well,
slanted
this one,
eyes,
I can tell you
that's
the
about
only
racist
thing
stuff.
I
What
got.
was that?
Trust strangers as long as they sing a good song and have a nice voice. That's about
the
that's the
Aristocats
message I got from it, and that is not a good
clearly
message. Do
shows-
not take that message.
this isn't it either. This is just saying the bad of it. It says shows segregation between boys and girls. The message to the children watching the movie enforces the idea of the difference between the sexes. The outcome could be that children will start building assumptions and stereotypes. That's not... Nothing's coming up, so there must not be a message or a thing.
I'm gonna tell you, I don't think there is a message to this movie.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the message.
Sometimes
ready?
things
I'm gonna hit you with the real message
made
right
for
quick. Ready for this?
entertainment.
Let's
All
Is
right,
everybody ready? You ready for
We're
it?
ready.
Alrighty. Well, in life, right? Even the people that you think are the closest and you know the most can't always and won't always be the most trustworthy.
I don't think that's what they were going for.
Right?
Sometimes
No,
a complete
because look,
stranger can
Edgar,
be the most
right? Edgar
trustworthy.
was their
Plot
caretaker
point.
their whole lives, but then he tried to off them.
It's a plot
Right?
point.
But then
I
they
just don't
find
think
this
that was the
alley
message.
cat, and the alley cat saves their lives multiple times.
And on top of that,
So I
the
guess
madam also thought of Edgar as a great person too.
Yeah, so I guess if you're gonna add the alley cat actually being a good guy and the trusted butler being a bad guy, to be the message would be don't trust a book by its cover.
Which is
Isn't
funny.
it don't judge a book by its cover?
Yeah, it's
What did I
don't judge
say?
a book by its cover. But
So
it's
don't
funny
trust
you
it.
You said
say
don't
that.
trust
Though.
a book by its cover.
You know, it's
Yeah,
funny
that's
that
not right.
Joey. It's funny you say that though, because you would think with Dutch's upbringing, she would treat Thomas a certain way,
Yep.
and the Scat Cats a certain way, but she never looked at them as "ew, you're dirty" or "ew, you're an alley cat." She was very respectable to them.
So if we're going with the theming of don't judge a book by its cover, I'll give it a 4.
I will give it.
I would also just
Sick.
treat everyone with respect.
Did you say 60, Quan?
If you treated the alley
Yeah.
cat with respect, and everything went great.
I'm going with a 4.
Man, I just forgot
I'll
a
give it
scene for
6.
humor that I remembered now.
What's up?
It's when I don't know if he's a rat or a mouse. I think he's
Mouse.
a mouse.
I've been calling him a rat.
Use the mouse.
But it's when he had to go. It's when he had to go tell the Scat Cats about Thomas,
Yep.
and he just couldn't remember his name,
Oh,
and they were about to straight up eat this man. Like,
and they were just ready to kill him because he couldn't remember the cat's name.
would you think that they would? They knew who he was talking about. They knew. Nobody else with the old something name. Come on now. They just wanted to eat.
That's a good pull. Good call. Mike,
6.
6. Good. So that just leaves a legacy, huh?
Yep.
So the
They
song...
even have one.
Yeah. The song playing when the geese were walking was mega popular on TikTok last year. Like, super popular
Really?
on TikTok. And people were super shocked to find out where it came from. Like Kevin was saying pre-recording, that his wife didn't know that that's where it came from. I didn't know. My wife didn't know. But so good.
Okay, as someone who did just watch this, what song are you guys talking about?
When the
I
geese
generally
are
don't
walking.
know what the song is.
You'll have to look it up.
Yeah.
Time is constraining us, though.
No, we
Yeah.
did a good job at speeding up. We got some time. We got some time. Yeah, we got some
Don't want
time.
to push it though.
Geese, Aristacats, song. Let's see here. Oh, wonderful ads. So, so like you guys mentioned, there was a disclaimer at the start of the movie, because of
We
that
obviously know why.
racist stuff that happened in the song, and that Uncle Waldo was drunk.
Uncle Waldo was fine.
All right, Mike, here you go.
You know, as Mr. O'Malley said, you know what? I kind of like that Uncle Waldo.
And as Duchess says, especially when he's marinated.
Did you guys hear that? Did you guys hear the song, or was it not picking it up?
It was not picking it up.
It was not picking it up. If you just send it to me, I can listen to it. And then I'll get it.
How about now? If I talk while it's playing, is it going? Okay,
Nope.
I'll send
No.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought Joey said, "How about no?"
How about no?
Like, wow.
How about no? I am not sending it to you.
Like, okay, dang, I'm sorry. My bad.
All right, Mike, it's coming in the
I'll
Snapchat
think twice
group
next
chat.
time.
But Uncle Waldo was gone. He was so plastered.
He was having the best time.
And for personal legacy, I had never seen this movie before and had never wanted to see this movie, so I'm glad I did, though.
So, what is your rating? Oh, my dog stepped on the stone.
Oh,
What
not
is your
ready.
rating?
Not ready for that yet, guys. Slow down.
Oh, hold on.
Well, okay.
But they didn't win or get nominated for any awards. That's not good for Legacy.
No.
That's what I said. Does it have one?
So Legacy, just because of it becoming popular on TikTok, is a 1 for me.
That's fair. That's fair.
I don't know. In this day and age, that probably means more.
Sure.
You have a
I'll
solid
give you
point
that.
on
That is pretty big. I'll give it a 2.
Whoa,
What up, boy?
boy.
Let's go.
Wow, this is a low score movie for me.
Yeah.
Does anyone have any personal memories of this movie?
I only have one memory of the movie. I was talking to a friend when I was still in high school, and he was like, "Hey, have you ever seen Aristacats?" I'm like, "No, what's that?" He was like, "Oh, you got to watch this Disney movie." So I booted up Netflix on my Xbox 360, and I watched it, and I was like, "I love this movie," and that's it.
But I do remember when we first started talking about this movie, the first thing you said was, "Man, I can't wait for us to watch Aristocats. Have you guys seen it? It's so good."
Yep.
Kevin and Mike, you guys got anything in your memory?
Not really.
I only really remember the songs, but I don't remember ever watching the movie. I just remember hearing "Everyone Wants to Be a Cat"
Yeah.
and the Thomas O'Malley song.
Yeah. For those and those alone, I'm going with 3.
Oh, I didn't give. I just realized I didn't give mine. It doesn't really have a legacy. I'm gonna give it like a 3 for Kevin.
Mike?
I guess I'll give it a 3 too. I was
Alright.
thinking maybe a 4, but I don't think it
So in
hits that
last
point yet.
place, we have me giving it a 44 out of 100. Next up, we have Kevin giving it a 50 out of 100. And every time we do one of these, I am constantly shocked that Kevin's scores are generally lower than everyone's, when I thought he was going to be the Disney defender.
You know, I thought the same.
And then next up, we have...
I'm a realist. I'm being a realist.
Yeah. Next up, we have Mike at a 65, and then Dequan with a 72.
Yay. See.
Where does that put it for me? It puts it above Alice in Wonderland, but below... Oh, shoot. It's above a lot of crap. It puts it 1 point ahead of Snow White. So, in between Peter Pan and Snow White for me.
Not the Pete Pan.
Oh, man. Any closing thoughts? I don't have any fan fiction for this. Why would you?
I don't think it even has room for fan fiction. It's pretty all straightforward.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we got to do favorites and stuff, so... What was everyone's favorite and least favorite moment?
That's hard. I have a lot of favorite moments. I'm gonna be honest with you. Can I just choose the least favorite moment?
Whatever you want.
I think my least favorite moment. It's not even. The moment was at the end where she said that I don't know where Edgar went, I wish he would have saw the will. So I'm like, man, he didn't even get punished for his crimes fully. She still think he's a good person.
He's probably dead. He got put in a trunk and shipped across the world.
You going to Timbuktu? You could also just name one of your favorite moments, saying that this is just one of them. It's not the favorite, but it's one of them since you have multiple.
That's true. That's true. All right. One of my favorite moments is Berlioz. Pretty much any moment with him. I just like him. All right. just any moment with him.
Yeah. Kevin?
Which one?
Berlioz.
Was it one of the dogs?
No, that's the cat, the black cat with the red tie.
Oh, the brat.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, Mike, I didn't know who he was talking about either. I just went with it.
Favorite moment was the dog scene, the first one.
Yeah.
And least favorite is when he's drugging the cats.
Bro had way too much fun doing that. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, Mike.
Yeah.
I'll say one of my favorite moments, and it'll be my own one, is when they show up to, as you called it, the crack house, and they all just kind of start dancing, having a good time. Like that whole song section, I would say, is just very well done, and I like it because it gives a lot of feel good feels. But then my least favorite moment actually follows up with that, with them having the little talk outside of like, oh, we can't, and having to split. Because that actually made me feel sad. So I was like, I'm gonna put that one as my least favorite moment.
Mm. I really like the first dog scene. I really like when the cats go crashing through the floors at the end of Everyone Wants to Be a Cat. But I think number one has to be the geese trying to encourage Tommy Boy to swim. That's so funny. And then least favorite is that second dog scene. Favorite and least favorite song, Dequan.
Favorite song? Now, this may be a real big shocker to everybody, but it was the song when they were playing the piano and the cats were singing. Like, yeah. I unironically really like that song, and I hate that I do.
Okay. What about your least favorite? You got one?
My least favorite? No, I don't have one.
Interesting. Kevin?
This is difficult. I mean, they weren't the best of songs, but they were all pretty just on par with one another. I'm gonna have to say Everybody Wants to Be a Cat. As for least favorite, I mean, I don't know. The Aristacats, the opening title. I don't know.
Oh God, I forgot about that one. Yeah. I'm gonna bandwagon on Kevin with that. I did not like that opening.
But Scales and Arpeggios was catchy.
I was considering making that one my favorite.
Sorry.
Mike?
You're good, Mike?
Should not have been on this one. He said it's so sad with me. He was like, I was actually going to make that one my favorite.
Yeah, it's good stuff. What's your favorite, Mike?
My favorite will be Everyone Wants to Be a Cat. I'm just going to go on with that. And then my least favorite.
Say it. Tell me. I
might go with the title song.
Yes!
I am not going to make it my favorite song, though, because Everybody Wants to Be a Cat. That ending, they finished so strong with it. But least favorite's going to be the one that they sing on the piano when he's covered in ink and whatnot and paint. Hated that song.
Okay, look, here's the thing. I was gonna say that was my least favorite till Kevin brought back up the title song, and I didn't like it so much I completely erased it from my
I'm
mind.
saying, bro.
As I brought it up, I'm like, oh, that's right, there was. Oh, God. Yeah.
Bunch of haters. That's what you are.
So just know I was gonna be there with you. Just
favorite and least favorite character.
Favorite character. I think I already said Berlioz. I really like him. I don't know why. I like him a lot.
Yeah.
Least favorite character. Edgar.
Yeah.
And
Hello?
Hello?
Did Dequan
Hello?
cut out, or did he stop?
I said favorite character Berlioz. I just like him a lot. Least favorite character Edgar.
Yeah, I heard that. It just seemed like you stopped mid-sentence. Kevin?
Oh no, that was it.
Least favorite is Edgar, and favorite is Abraham DeLacy, Giuseppe Casey, Thomas O'Malley.
Sheesh.
Well, speaking of sheesh, remember I had sent you a TikTok with sheesh in it, and it just reminded me that I sent you guys another TikTok of the Jason or Michael Myers versus Scream, and it didn't send you guys the ending, so it was completely pointless that I sent it to you.
Yeah, I was confused.
He-
I was
he
gonna
ends
tell
up-
you, but I didn't want to break your heart.
Yeah, he ends up picking him up and dribbling his face off a street sign. It's hilarious.
Oh my
That's
goodness.
pretty godlike.
But continue, Mike. You go.
we're picking favorite characters and least favorite,
and
right?
least favorite characters.
Favorite, I'm gonna give it to Duchess actually,
Oh,
and then least favorite.
What the?
Yo, who-
Did the
yo.
quadrant just fall off his desk?
Yo, is everyone okay? What happened?
She gone.
Who tumbled?
That was Dequan.
Dequan is AFK.
Oh no! You know what happened?
What the heck?
Jeez. Oh,
Is
Oh.
he back?
there's movement.
Hello?
She
What the-
gone.
Who was your least favorite?
Least favorite will be Edgar. I'll just put. I got mixed up there with that.
I'll make it a clean sweep and say Edgar too, but trust me, Duchess and Thomas O'Malley are close second. But
So who's your favorite?
favorite, Toulouse, is that his name? The orange one? I like him. I like him a lot.
I like to think of him as Tiger.
Sure. I don't know if Dequan's coming back. So with Jeannie's inbox extravaganza, we actually did get an email the other day, and I was super excited, but
What?
it wasn't a question. It was like a business proposition, so I'll have to talk to you guys about that. It's weird. So we'll just skip that, and this was a freaking phenomenal episode.
You know, I'm going to take this moment to point out that we're recording this on the 100th anniversary of the Disney company.
Today's the 100th anniversary.
Today is the 100th anniversary of the Disney company.
Sounds like Dequan's back.
October
so-
16th.
My dog decided he wanted to learn how to parkour and decided to stumble on the edge of my bed, which is next to my setup. And then as he cartoonishly tried to get back on the bed without falling, he knocked over my entire monitor, mouse, keyboard, microphone.
Yeah, we heard.
we definitely
Yes.
heard a lot of crashing.
It was very cartoonish.
But Kevin just informed us that today is the 100-year anniversary of Disney.
Yep.
Yep. I think I opened up the Disney app because I had to watch the movie. and it did like a whole like transition from 100 to the spin and the circle and the sparkle then to Disney.
I'm gonna have to open the app after this.
Yeah, definitely. Pretty cool.
So does the short come out today, or does that tomorrow?
I
Yes,
think that's
it's out
actually
today.
out right now
Okay.
because that's why I saw it at least.
Is it on Disney Plus? Can I watch it, or do I have
Yes.
to wait? Oh, okay, cool. Cool.
Once upon a studio.
Does anyone have anything else they want to add before we sign off?
No.
Was there something I missed before everything exploded?
Me and Mike gave our stuff.
Oh, okay. I think I'm good then.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So if you want to reach us pretty much everywhere, you just search TMOA _pod, and that's everywhere across social media.
TMOA Pod.
Tama.
Moapod.
You can email us at themagicofanimation@gmail.com. And Dequan, is there anywhere where the people can find you if they want to?
I mean, not really. I don't really use my socials like that.
All right.
Happy birthday, Disney.
Happy.
Happy birthday.
I'm assuming you're not on anything either, and we already plugged everything.
Happy birthday.
And you can find me at People Call Me Joey on Instagram and TikTok. So, with that, I think that all that's left to say is they all lived happily ever animated.
Happy birthday
To you.
Ooh.